Hello. Welcome back to Skyward Sword. Whoa. Oh. I thought I might have had something, but I didn't. No, wrong thing to do. I wonder what our performance is like against these guys. I know, it takes time, but I don't like how in Pikmin 2, which I've been playing, you can press B to cancel the text, which you can't do in this game, but ah well. Why can't we just kill it now? Because that would go against video game logic, that's why. I'm so glad that I started using the term video game logic instead of Nintendo logic. Thank you, Hal. AKA the original Spackass. Or whatever it's called. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, yet I referenced him. Well, that's because I saw him in one of Josh Jepson's videos, which is when he said it. So yeah, as you can see, even though the block is right against the wall, it won't do much. It might go against what I said last video, but pushing blocks is one of those nice things that did carry over like through every single Zelda game. The only other thing besides pushing blocks I can think of that's been in every single Zelda game is the Stalfos. And even then it's behaved differently in every single Zelda game. So, and the whole game is not pushing blocks and fighting Stalfos, so don't know what you're talking about. Mr. I don't even remember the name, nor do I want to. So we have something there that we can't use yet. It's funny, they look so young. Are they really 1,000 years old? Well, Fi doesn't lie. Fi does not lie. I've heard some people call her Fee, which I originally called her, but now I call her Fi. There's a lot of things I just subtly changed the pronunciation of, like, I used to call Ocarina of Time, I used to call Ocarina of Time Ocarina of Time, which is what I was trying to say. And now it sounds weird to say Ocarina of Time. I used to call Arbiter's Grounds Arbiter's Grounds. I used to call Lakitus Lakitus. And, of course, I used to call Mario Mario. Okay, that's right. What we have to do here is this. This little interesting puzzle where bars are not just walls. You can't walk through them, but you can still activate some things on the other side. Well, that's different. It doesn't get rid of the bars, but it gets this thing. Now, the way to beat this thing, this is where it becomes really useful that you can change your items while moving around, because, never mind. That's right, you don't have to use bombs to kill this thing. What am I thinking? So the way you kill this thing is to, this is one of those enemies that, yeah, you actually use the dust bellows to kill, because you need it. You need to. You use it to spin its mouth open, and then one side you can just slash, but the other side you need to stab. Oh, and then, by the way, that was an Armos, which has been in many other Zelda games. But we didn't exactly get the word from Fi. I love how everything changes. Like, the stone becomes bricks, the block becomes shinier, everything's shinier, except the treasure chests and the rupees. But oh well. The treasure chests would have been cool. And we get the dungeon map, as you can see. This is yet another 1-4 dungeon. Don't worry, it's the last of its kind. Or possibly you like 1-4 dungeons better. Which I don't really care, but it is kind of weird that the first 3 dungeons are only 1-4. So now we end up in a room we've been in before, but not really. Recognize it? This is the main room that we've only been in this little sector of. And now we can finally go somewhere different. That was just a shortcut. Unlike the other ones, that actually could be useful. But, so, this is something that I had trouble figuring out. But, apparently the map, I wasn't aware that the dungeon map, well, apparently it's of the old Lene Mining Facility. But I mean, it's no coincidence that you get the dungeon map right before you need it. It's just, this is like one of those few dungeons, like this and the Snow Peak Ruins, that you really do need that dungeon map / compass. Like, you don't expect it, but, well, you gotta use it. You don't have to use it, but it helps. Like, that just threw me off. And, yeah. But, I gotta hand it to them. That's pretty clever. Using something like a dungeon map. So then we got a little Wind Waker-esque thing. Reminds me of the Windfall Jail. That's why I called it Wind Waker-esque. And we get a golden skull, which is a rarity, even though I believe we have actually more of these than we do ornamental skulls. Yes, we do. So yeah, the treasure medal will definitely help us out getting these treasures, and an item we'll get later will also. Another amber relic. Also, something that Nintendo Capri Sun and probably some other people never showed about, never talked about, but I can't really blame them because there's really nothing in the game that tells you this. Actually, I learned this from the guidebook. Shocker. Was that there's actually a secret shop in Skyloft. If you go to Rupin the Gear Peddler's house at night, then you can sell all of your treasure to him. And I actually, when I was talking to, I said in one of the comments, like when it was when Nintendo Capri Sun needed a lot of rupees, I said, why don't you just sell your excess treasure at the shop? And then somebody said, you can sell your treasure? Like as a reply to a comment. And I'm like, yeah, so I guess I really can't get too mad at him because it's not well known. So I become the cool guy by knowing about it. You can sell your bugs as well, but that's more well known because... But it's much more useful to sell your treasure because it generally sells for a lot higher. Although the bugs are less necessary. Whoa. So I'm getting a little lost here, but trying my best. No. Still seem to be crawling fast, even with bad. Okay, I'm lost. Okay, the map is kind of helping us, though. So we have to go in this direction that we're going right now. I think we're going the right... Yeah, yes, we are. Ah, the wide open. Well, it's a one-way drop here. Don't you love it when they spring those on you? And now we got a major cleaning job to do. But watch out for the spikes. This is much like Arbiter's Grounds. It's funny, this is a desert dungeon just like Arbiter's Grounds. And this is the only room that even really comes close to, you know, matching it. Like, Arbiter's Grounds was more dark, and this one's more, like, you know, it's mechanical. This one reminds me, actually, a lot of the Goron Mines, but desert instead of fire. I think that's how I described it. Oh, that's a fairy. We already have 2 full bottles, so it actually didn't do anything because I got it, and then it... Yeah. So, I don't really know what, maybe, is there a treasure chest? like, down in the sand, or is it only to uncover the spikes? I think there's a treasure chest down there. Once again, your map/compass, and that's the second time in this dungeon that it's happening like this. Although you could just blow this all away. And yeah, there's your treasure chest right there. I'm not sure if this was required or not, I forget. Like, as many things as I've said about Nintendo Capri Sun, which I really don't mean to. Nintendo Capri Sun's Let's Play of this game was fantastic. And, and more than that, like, if I hadn't watched that, then this might be another Metroid Other M, a game I LP where I really don't know it too well. I try not to do that, and, well, when I first said I was going to LP this game, then I wanted to, but at the same time, there were some parts of it that I didn't really remember too well. But now I remember all of it because of watching Nintendo Capri Sun's Let's Play. Not that my own playthrough wasn't memorable, but you're never going to be able to remember everything. So, aside from just getting that, the only way to get out of here is by finding a switch, which are not marked by X's, or maybe kill all the enemies. Well, we'll play it by ear. There's a switch. I'm not really sure if they're color-coded in this game. I have to inspect that more. Because the only games I know of that they're color-coded are the 64 ones. Well actually, this is a minecart, not an enemy. Now, up there is the boss door. But we have no boss key. This just gets the minecart back to your side if it wasn't there already. And this is not a minecart we ride. Instead, we follow it as the time shift stones make bridges appear. And you got all this cargo, but it doesn't really get delivered. And even though we're close to the boss door, we're not quite done with the dungeon yet, because there's this whole other room over here, and that one treasure chest, as you might be able to guess, is the boss key. Or maybe it's the other treasure chest we haven't gotten. Stop pausing the game. And even though we're 13:02 in, I have a feeling this might be another 20-minute one, because my battery's low right now. So, like, it just started being low. So I want to record, like, as much as I can. Like, so I don't let it go to waste. Yeah. That's good. Y'all don't mind long videos, do you? It's really funny, because a lot of Let's Players say that. But I like long videos better. I mean, unless your commentary really goes down after you do it, but most Let's Players aren't like that. I'd like to think that I'm not. Not all the time, anyways. I could record through the end of the dungeon, but I'm probably not going to be able to do that. So, we killed the enemy, and now we can open the gate. And you can kind of just let it push you itself. Killing that thing is nearly impossible, so you just have to use the minecart as a defense. But this one you do need to kill. Because if you don't, it can't pass. And even though this is a common enemy in the Zelda series, I still never targeted it. It's a Beamos. It looks more messy, like it's jumbled together with a bunch of different scraps. Yeah. A 100% failure rate. So you could use a weapon that can strike high targets, And we're very strong. Whoa, no, no, oh my god, no. Now we have to do it all over again. Because... shoot. I'm stuck. Oh my god. I'm stuck here. Well, we got this. Okay, this is definitely not planned. Wait a minute. No, we can just go over here and do that again. Yeah, we weren't supposed to do that yet. Okay, it's going to take a little bit longer, but since the enemies are already defeated and the gate already opened, it won't take that long. It'll must be just be waiting around doing nothing. At least we won't have to do the same things we already did before. Except we still have to dodge the Beamos. But we don't have to defeat the sentry thing. Well, now I wish it was here so I could target it again. Yeah, it's not here because you can tell that right now because there's no scraps. Scrap metal, which actually looks more like stone or bones. Yeah, like it's always looked more like bones to me. Like, do things really just lose their color like that? Oh no, 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 no. Oh my god. If that was our metal shield, it would be dead in a second. Even our wooden one took a lot of abuse from that. That's why you get the mine card. If this wasn't a braced shield, or whatever the final form is, then, well, it'd be gone. We'd have to... It wouldn't be good. So, get this to go all the way. Pretty sure we could just use that to get it, but oh well. See, it just dropped. And this creates a handy shortcut. So now to get from there to the other room, we don't have to go all the way around. It does make the other one kind of useless, but oh well. And this is the new area we go to. So let's see what there is to do. Not much up there yet. There probably is something up there, but we can't do it right now. But actually, we should just explore all that later. Because now would be a good time to stop this recording. So goodbye, and thank you for watching. I hope this was the best of the trilogy of episodes I recorded today.